birds. But they were from the same kind, but they had different type of beaks according to their diet items. It is, you can see, for crushing, for probing, sharpening, grasping, parrot-like, and warble-like. Why is that so? It is because of their diet items. So, all those birds were same, again different just for their beaks. Why is that? Because they evolved. So let's get back to the fact and the theory. The fact is, these birds were evaluated from same species. And theory is the answer of why and how these birds were evaluated. These birds were evaluated because of their diet items. And these birds were evaluated by how? By their beak type. I hope now you understand the meaning of theory of evolution. What does that mean about natural selection? Natural selection means it is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the most adaptable to change. Okay, dinosaurs, they were strong more than us. Why did they extinct? Why they are not surviving right now? Because it doesn't matter how strong you were. Cockroach, they're stupid, right? But they're surviving till now. Why? Because they're adapted to it. We are adapted, so we are surviving till now. But we can extinct anytime, anyhow. It doesn't matter that we will survive till future for always. There are some intelligent species like us before too, but they extincted. So again, it is most adaptable. You have to be adapted with the atmosphere, with the situation, then you can survive for future. Let's move to our misconception. First of all, some people think theory of evolution talks about apes are our ancestors. No, we are not coming from apes. Yes, apes are not our ancestors. They're more likely our cousins. It is like your grandfather and your cousin's grandfather are same. But you and your cousin are not really brother. You have a relation, but isn't it? Apes are like our cousins. So you may ask, okay, then why these apes are not evolving? Why we evolve and turn into human beings, the intelligent creature, and why apes are still apes? Well, we can surprise you. Apes are going through evolution process too. Chimpanzees and monkeys have entered Stone Age according to BBC, and it has a scientific article as well. If you want, I can email you. Now you can wonder, okay, they entered Stone Age, they can come into Metal Age anytime. It will take time. Human species took around 3.4 million years to pass over Stone Age to Metal Age. So just imagine how long it could take for chimpanzees and monkeys to evolve. And it is not necessary they will evolve the way we do, because evolution is totally random. Missing links. People, those have a tiny bit of idea about evolution, they always say there are lots of missing links. Okay, what does missing links mean? When we found some fossils, it was like, okay, we found fossils of the grandfather one, we found the fossils of our cousin. Where is the father and uncle? Sorry to disappoint those people, those missing links have been found. Let me introduce otters. Do you have any idea what is this species? This is a species between turtle and lizard. So if you were wondering, how can on earth turtle and lizard can be related? They were related. Around 220 million years ago, there was an animal or a species, turtles, and this is what you can see. It has shell like turtle and it has tail like lizard. Okay, that is just a fossil. How about whale? Do you know whale has leg? Here, the leg bone of whale. Whale is in water, in ocean. Why on earth it needs leg or leg bone? land in a part on a certain period of their life. So they had leg bone still with them. And I hope you know we all had tailbone near our body. Yes, we have tailbone as well. Although we don't have tail. Next, move to observing evolution. Okay, I agree, evolution happens. How about observing? I never seen anyone to evolve in my life. I'm 80 years old. Did any of you? Okay. It takes a long time to observe evolution. Grant and Grant, they observed finch birds' beak due to environmental change. Can you imagine how long did it take for them to observe this? 30 years. Almost half of their life they spent from 1972 to 2001 to just observe that with environmental change, the beak of finch birds change. Can you imagine where did these finch birds came from? This is the finch bird Darwin explained about evolution. Maybe you heard it's been a long time, no new antibodies have been found or made, and it is really a thing of worry. Why? Because the germs are getting stronger day by day, bacteria are getting stronger day by day. Not only that, even the bugs and insects are getting stronger day by day. They are getting immune day by day. That is what we say, evolving. Bacteria are evolving day by day. So when we are giving antibodies, it is not working because they know how does this work. They're getting adapted with it. Last misconception, evidences. Whenever I want to argue about evolution, people say, okay, evolution happens. Now tell me, how did the first alive cell came in on Earth? Hold on. This is not what evolution does talk about. There is another science, epigenesis, and that talk about how first alive cell was created. Yes, it is a part of evolution, but it is a part of chemical evolution. Evolution starts from the first alive cell. It doesn't start how did first alive cell came. So I hope I answered all the common misconception here. Now the big question, are we evolving?
We don't know.
Wrong question.
I don't know exactly. It's all the same, I think.
We are evolving. We are evolving every day. I'm evolving right now. You are evolving sitting there. How? Our cell, every 10,000 cells, there is an error on every 10,000 cells and creates mutation. What is mutation? I don't want to talk hard biological steps here and make these things more boring. I just want to say that these, only 4 amino acids connect with each other, A, T, G, C, adenosine, tyrosine, guanine, uracil, okay? And A always connect with T, but sometimes it makes error. Like you are in a test room giving examination, you learned a question, but you can't answer it always 100% whatever you learn. You make some error, right? This is what happens, error. And this error creates mutation, and mutation creates cancer, and this also causes evolution. Then you can say, if every 10,000 cells make one error every day, why we are not getting into another species? Why my child is also a Homo sapiens? Why my child is not something else, another species? Because one error or some short part of error is not enough to create a new species. While a lot of or a certain amount of error or mutation brings some change on certain amount of proteins, and that could generate a new a new excuse me. A new portion of your life, a new stuff, maybe a new that can precise or symbol as a new species, then it would say mutation causes evolution. So there happen to be a lot of mutation, not one mutation. Or maybe certain mutation that could bring a change all over your body or your character, anything. Okay, as I said about mutation, here, high density, high bone density. This is a mutation that happens on lipoprotein receptor related protein or LRP5 that controls bone density. And mutation on this gene causes high density of bone. High density of bone will help you to get rid of arthritis. And this is not fake or just imagination, this is real. Some people in our earth have this high bone density mutation and they never suffer from pain in their bone or arthritis. They never do. And it is proved that mainly soccer player or those who work against gravity athletics, they are more likely to have this high bone density. Here is the research paper about it. Lactose persistence. Have you ever heard some European people that I am lactose intolerant? This is actually interesting. From ancient time, Indian subcontinent used to have milk. So we, like me, came from Indian subcontinent, are more likely to absorb lactose easily. But European, they used to have milk very later than us. So they are more likely lactose intolerant. It is interesting, only 32% of our planet Earth are lactose tolerant. Most people are intolerant. And it is found even a European is tolerant to lactose. He has somehow linked with Indian subcontinent people. Here's the research paper of Cambridge University, and they discovered that lactose tolerant milk drinkers in India and Europe could be related to the same person who lived some point at least 10,000 years. That means if any of you from Europe have lactose tolerance, maybe one of your ancestors somehow came from India. And if you are not lactose tolerant, be cool, because majority of global population lactose intolerant. This is one interesting thing when I was working on this presentation I found about malaria resistance. To keep it simple, I will say that hemoglobin, there is a mutation on hemoglobin, HbS, and it works against malaria. But Burkina Faso, a country people, is a poor country people, unfortunately, they have a mutation called HbC. And if you have this mutation double copy, it could resist 93% of chance getting affected by malaria. So it is found Burkina Faso people never suffer from malaria. So why? They got adapted with it. They got adapted with malaria and they never suffer from malaria. So we can use this gene mutation to create something, some vaccination, gene vaccination for future, or we could say, yes, we are evolving, we are getting stronger day by day. Some of us has strong bones, some of us on planet Earth never get affected by malaria. How about future? As we are evolving right now, how about our next species? This is what we don't know yet. But we can imagine, maybe our eyes will get bigger. Maybe we will just turn fat because we are just sitting and working. We don't know. There are some TED Talk, there are some research paper about this, but still you can't say how we will evolve in future. That is because evolution is totally random. It doesn't matter you need it or not. It is totally random. Anyway, the question is to you, how will evolve, or even if we evolve to some good another intelligent species or will extinct, the question is totally up to you. And this is how I want to stop my talking here. And I would like to thank to my community, a science community I work for in Bangladesh, Bigyan Jatra. I would like to thank Bunna Ahmed for her amazing writing that it made me interested to work on this project. I tried my best to keep it simple and and elaborate it. I hope you understand. I hope you will think about it twice on your way back to home and think, is it a belief? No, it is not just a belief. Again, it is belief. Evolution is a belief with proofs. It is a theory. Is it a theory? Yes, it is a theory, but scientifically theory, not just a guess. Thank you.
Okay, this is a Q&A portion time, and I will leave this time about 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So to know about the process of this time, maybe you have this paper, and please write down your question on this paper and give this paper one of our volunteers. And I want to get this paper from the volunteer, and then again give a question to the speaker, Nasrin. So,
Just a moment.
yes, please. So I have 4 questions from me. The first question is, so can you tell me why was human beings evolved differently from other apes? Do you know?
Why? As I already said, it is totally random. It is for the survival. We are not the only thing that evolved from apes. Homo neanderthal, Homo hominids, different hominids were evolved from apes, but they couldn't survive. They got dead, extincted. We are the only one that survived. If you search on internet, Homo neanderthal, you will find they were just a few thousand years ago. They were here on Earth, but they evolved. They couldn't evolve because they got extincted. Why they extincted? Because they couldn't adapt with the situation they were facing that time.
So that's the reason why we are more intelligent, and we have a fearful on the body that kind of leads, right? Okay, thank you. And the second question is, I'm really interested in about the high density bone. So I read one article. Do you know the soccer player a little? The Didier Drogba?
Yeah, Drogba.
Yeah, I heard that he got a match with Japan, and he got hurt in that match, and his bone was broken. I heard that.
Okay.
But 1 week, I don't know exactly, 1 week later, his bone cured again, and he can get a match in the next time. So do you think that he's kind of the high bone density people?
If I say maybe, because I don't know the result. You have to, in science, you have to have the result. You have to have the proof in your hand to say anything. Maybe. But I'm not amazed that he has any link with Japan. We all are linked anyhow. We all came from Africa. We all have some link. Although you are from Korea, I'm from Bangladesh, different people from different countries. But we're from the same origin. So I'm not amazed with this, but maybe he has that high bone deficiency mutation. Maybe he has, maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. And the first question is, can you tell me, can you tell me how will human being is going to be evolving in the future?
As I said, evolution is totally random. You can't imagine. You can't say how we will evolve in future, but you can just guess. Like a few days ago on TikTok, I heard that autistic. You learn about autistic, right? The percentage of autism is increasing day by day. Maybe they are going to. That is a proof of evolution as well. Maybe they are going to bring us as a new species. But we can't guarantee because there is no research paper on it yet. But this is how it happens. It is so random, you can't tell how we will evolve next. We can't tell that. But we can tell, yes, we will evolve. We are evolving.
Okay, thank you. And because we don't have any questions from the people today, I think, so we're gonna end up this time. And I'm going to give appreciation instead of Dr. Shin because he didn't come to here this place.
Or is the apes. What are apes?
Like chimpanzee, gorilla.
Apes.
These are apes. But monkey is not ape. Apes without tail. Gorilla does not have tail. Small one.
Apes and monkeys are same.
From same family, but not the same.
Yeah,